Hello friends, today is the last lesson on this Prezi and the last lesson of your weather unit for 4th grade. Next week we are starting on severe weather conditions. Let's go over the lesson for slide for today's lesson. By now you should be familiar with the weather instruments and what they do. So this is the picture of weather instrument and if you remember, we have different pictures. They come in all shapes and sizes. I just included one example of each here. So just by looking at this, I know it gathers or collects something, and these are inches, the degrees on it. It's rain gauge. What I used to tell the kids in the classroom was like a cage that traps a bird. Rain gauge traps rain in it. That was how helped me to remember it. Rain gauge measures the amount of precipitation and the unit of it is inches. This is anemometer. Look at these like ice cream scoops. These cups help to trap the wind and then just turn around and measures the wind speed. So the instrument's name is anemometer. It measures wind speed and the unit for it in United States is miles per hour. In other countries is kilometer per hour because they have metric system. This instrument is wind vane. If you look at the cardinal directions are the main directions we have: south, northeast, and west. When you see it, you know this detects wind direction. These are the directions: south, west, east, and in between. So we can have northwest, southwest, northeast, or southeast. You can even have north, northwest, south, southwest. We practice this when we were in the classroom. If you remember, we stood in the corner of the classroom and we practiced our directions. This is a thermometer. You should be familiar with this one. Maybe you have it in your homes too. It measures temperature. The units for it is degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius or centigrade. This is the barometer. Measures air pressure. Unit of measurements could be millibar, inches, or Pascal. We use inches for our lessons. I'm going to get closer here. Do you see when the air pressure drops from 30 and gets close to 29, we expect to see storm. Even when it goes even below 29, we have a greater chance of storm. But if air pressure goes higher, especially above 30 to 31, we expect a fair weather. The higher the air pressure, the drier the weather. Just remember that. And you can just read all of it from this instrument. You should look at these instruments and answer these questions. The temperature is degrees Fahrenheit, degrees Celsius. I'm not going to answer this for you. You're going to look at here. You can get closer. If you have mouse, it works much better. So this is the Celsius side and this is the Fahrenheit side. And it's pretty hot, isn't it? Then it's asking the wind speed is. You need to remember which one was measuring your wind speed. It was an anemometer and it comes in different shapes and sizes. This is one form of anemometer. This is the more modern one compared to the other one with ice cream scoops. It is how much? Okay. Then it's asking about 24 hours precipitation. This is going to be your rain gauge. You can just look at it. This is the amount of rain you have right here. This is your 1 inches. This is your 2 inches. What is this one? You can say it yourself. I'm not going to give you the answer. I trust that you can do it. Air pressure. I'm going to look at the air pressure. This is what you're reading. This is 30. This is 31. This is 30. You know what? You can get even closer to it. This is 5, just 1 after 5. Then it's asking you about, oh, I didn't include, oh, the direction is here, and this is how you can see the direction. This is south, this is east, it's in between them. And when it's between two, we always start with either south or north, then we say the other direction. We don't say east, south. Say southeast if it's between two of them. Then it's asking you, okay, based on what you know about the air pressure, temperature, and everything else, what type of clothing you wear and what activity is a good activity for outside. You can choose anything you want as long as it goes well with the weather data you have. Keep up the good work. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Happy learning, loves.